Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Chill. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, then sell it. Free mind. Cash amount, we bailing. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer. Straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element. Out my element. My the same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain. Ice. Swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Whip that thing. Whip it. This shit give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it. Bring the. I do. Don't want no. They pull up with they. It's times three. This how it go. Park $1 million at the. We gon' make.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award on this very field, Von Miller, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Keenum. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the 50, it's Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Throwing is Keenum. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Able to find Garcon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
13.
Now Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Go ahead.
A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Gould is able to put it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the red zone now, Keenum. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now Keenum. Buying time to his left. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Broncos are in for 6. And it's up and good. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super tough.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Keenan. Flush to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to slither by. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, gun. Black 80! 180! Man, I got you. Black!
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
65. 11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Gold is able to put it through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And they'll run it here. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Keenum. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first down throw. Keenum. Complete outright to Jake Butt. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Keenum. And this will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Keenum again. Got a man. He finds Sanders. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Again, it's Keenum. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 15-yard pickup. but it'll lead to a 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Black 80! 180!
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. 13. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
11. Here we go. 180!
Garoppolo on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here's Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Garoppolo. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Gold is able to put it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Keenum now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back now here in Santa Clara. Keenum now on first down. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He's going to get it running right. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On third down, that it's Lindsey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And McManus able to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
21. Here we go. 6.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And the ball is knocked out. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check back 21. Check back 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing now is Keenum. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. second down. Here's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
12. Here we go. 180. Check back 21.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to go down again. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I said, babe, he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like